All right, so there's two types of hashes that I want to harp on here for a few minutes. And this one is the md5. And oftentimes I talk about in some of my boot camps about when I was going to University of Florida, I would go up to the hub and get the Cliff's Notes for things. And really that's what I think about when I think of a hash value is, you know what, I don't have time as a college student to go and read a 1,500-page novel, right? Just give me the digest of it. Give me the straight dough. What do I need to know? Ain't nobody got time to be reading 1,500 pages, right? Right? So by doing that, what we can do is we can take a message digest, kind of like what we were talking about earlier on the week with Reader's Digest. Usually that's a story that is very well known, that Reader's Digest goes through, meets with the author, works with the author of that story to condense it down so people that are in doctor's offices or that are on the potty can actually read the actual Reader's Digest version of it, right? So no more than 3 pages. Just give me the straight dope. But everything that you need to know about that is in that condensed version. And that's the way that any of these hash functions work, is it'll take a message of any type of link that's out there. In this form, we're calling it arbitrary. And md5 will produce an 128-bit output. Whereas SHA-1, specifically here on the next slide, SHA-1 will do a very similar thing, where it will take an input of arbitrary length and actually provide a 160-bit digest of that message. So it's very important that you know the distinction between an md5 and a SHA-1, specifically md5 being taking an arbitrary length and having an output of 128 bits, it being a hash, but also SHA-1 being taking an arbitrary length and then producing a 160-bit hash. The other two, usually you don't see it with the label of SHA-2, SHA-3. I'm just telling you based off of my implementation experience. Usually I won't see it like that. Usually what we'll see is that if somebody wants to implement it, you'll see SHA-256 or SHA-512, and that's what you're going to see on your exam. Okay?